I always said, and that's what the big reset is all about, that once you reach a point that all prices are starting to move up, and we saw it first with asset inflation, and we all thought that was great. Price of real estate went up, the stock market went up, but the CPI inflation was rather low, so we all felt wonderful. But now we have inflation also with food and energy, and actually with the German number you just called up, if you take out energy, it's still plus 12%. So now you have rampant inflation worldwide. And actually, when you see all these prices moving up, you should say that the value of money is going down. That's the real story. And when the valuation of money is going down worldwide, you could say money is losing, people lose trust in money. And there's this great book on the Weimar hyperinflation of Germany in the 1920s, and it's called When Money Dies. And actually, this is the dying of money. So these moves, and we know from history, once you get this spiral of prices going up, and you get the wage demands. Look at that, what McDonald's has to pay hamburger flippers now. You know, that used to be $7-8. It's $17 or $18 now. So it's very hard to stop such a spiral. And now you get this huge crisis on energy and energy prices. So that's another spike. So I think my prediction always was that we need to bring gold back into the system. We need to restore the connection between fiat money and something tangible like gold, to restore the trust in the monetary system, and that will be needed. But I was hoping that we would have cooperation between the East and the West, and we could do this through the IMF and have an organized monetary reset. But now we might up with China and Russia introducing their own gold-backed currency. I don't know if that will happen, but we will all lose if we don't work together worldwide to solve these major problems.
So where does gold and silver fit into all of this? You know, in this reset, tell me if I'm right or wrong. I kind of feel like there's, I guess you could say, two camps, in that there's kind of an honest money reset that a lot of people want. And then there's a very technocratic reset that is, you know, a centralized digital currency where all of from your biometric data, everything's stored in this, it can be shut off. So there's like this technocratic reset, and then there's like an honest money reset. Wondering if you could talk a little bit about that and where you think gold fits into it as well.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we have to talk about Bitcoin in this respect, because before the start of Bitcoin, so before 2008, there was only fiat money, and you had gold as some kind of hard money, you know, the old form of money, which has been around for 5,000 years, but nobody was using it. And because of Bitcoin, people of a younger generation, your generation, they started to understand that you could have different forms of money, and you could have even have private money. Bitcoin is a private form of money, and there's nothing wrong with having private forms of money. Money doesn't have to be something the government organizes or coordinates. And because of Bitcoin and its success, there was a huge pressure building within the fiat system, how to react on that. And then the central bankers, of course, who are responsible for all this mess and the debasement of currencies for decades and decades, they thought that by introducing their own central bank digital currency, they could compete with Bitcoin. and they still hope to do that. And they are in a hurry to roll out and to test their central bank digital currencies. Actually, China is ahead in that race. The euro will soon start. I think they're testing, and the dollar is a few years behind. And they hope to combine these central bank digital currencies in a basket one day, and then use that basket as the successor for the dollar. But with all the currency debasement and all the inflation now running around, people won't trust the central bank digital currencies any more than the current fiat currency. So more and more people will start to flee to all the government can't print, and especially to all the money the government can't print, being gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is like a digital form, it's like digital gold. Actually, I called it digital gold in 2014 in the Dutch translation of the Big Reset. So, and the boomer generation, people of my age who have a lot of money, I talk to these high net worth individuals every day, every week. They all understand Bitcoin now. So they're all starting to add some Bitcoin to their holdings. But they also want to own gold and silver. And these gold and silver and Bitcoin markets, they're so small compared to the 300 trillion of all assets worldwide. There's 100 trillion in bonds, there's 100 trillion in real estate, and there's 100 trillion in stocks, if we simplify. And now some of this money, of this 300 trillion, is starting to move to very small markets. The total physical silver market is less than 30 billion a year. 30 billion. You know, that's what the central banks produce almost every day. And we all know the prices of gold and silver have been held in check and have been managed by selling paper gold, paper silver. But that's starting to fail now. And now we had the stop of trading in nickel today. People are starting to wonder what could be next. And I'm looking at my screen now. Silver is up 4.5%. Gold is up 3%. I've been watching the gold market, gold trading for over 20 years. Gold is always kept at 1 or 2% advance intraday. Now it's up 3%. So these are moves. Platinum is up 5%. Palladium is up 5%. While the base metals are down for the day. So this, you see the money fleeing now, and that's scary. It's good for us as investors because we've been positioning ourselves for the last 10 to 15 years for this to develop. But be careful what you wish for. It shouldn't be this way.